If you're looking for Ultimate Team coins, check out FIFACoinstank.com in the description below and use the code TRAY for 5% off your order. Enjoy the video. What is up, guys? TRayALLDay here, and welcome to my 1,000 subscriber Q&A. We finally hit 1,000 subscribers yesterday, of course, with the help of you guys, and I can't thank you enough because I never thought I'd make it this far on YouTube, and it's just surreal to me that 1,000 people have taken time out of their day to come to my channel and hit the subscribe button. It means a lot to me, and seriously, I never thought I'd make it this far. But to celebrate 1,000 subscribers, of course, I asked you guys for some questions on YouTube and Twitter for a Q&A, and without any further ado, let's get straight to the questions. We're going to start off with Twitter questions and then move on to some YouTube questions, so let's get started. The first question comes from the Canadian Skiller, the OJA Gaming, Spearpoint Skrank, and James Go Lightly 2 on Twitter. They all ask, why do I support Lyon, with James adding, why do I support Newcastle? So basically, I started playing FIFA in around FIFA 10, and I always have been a career mode guy, always been that with every single sports game I played. Madden, NCAA football, been that with NBA games. It's always been my thing. I love building teams, making them my teams, rebuilding them, etc, etc. So when I started playing FIFA, I didn't really know any teams in the top leagues. Of course, I support Real Salt Lake, my hometown team in the MLS, because that's basically the only league I know, being an American, but I knew that wasn't the best league in the world. So when I started doing these career modes in FIFA 10, I started with England, actually, because I knew England was the best league in the world, actually, just based off of what I knew already, but I didn't really know that much. And I started actually with Man City. Man City was the team I supported until they won the Premier League, actually, which is weird to think that I actually did that. And after a while, I just kind of thought, you know, I don't like them. Like, they spend tons of money that is just really unfair, and you know, you don't want that with the team you support. You don't want to hate your team because they are spending too much money. So after that, I decided I need to find a new team. I don't have any connection to any of these teams whatsoever, so I thought I kind of need to find a connection. So basing off my heritage, of course, all Americans, none of them are pure Americans, unless you're Native American, but none of them are pure Americans because we all have come from different countries, different continents, Europe, Africa, South America, and so I based mine off of my heritage and my lineage, which is from France. So the country I went to start my career modes was France. I based it off of where my family was from, and if I based it off of where my family actually came from, I would actually be supporting SC Bastia right now, and I believe there's another team close to, I think, Toulouse as well. Toulouse and Bastia would be the teams I would be supporting right now if I based it off of where my family comes from in France, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to pick my own team in France because I was at least making a connection off of that. So the teams I actually started with were, controversially, PSG and Marseille. Those were the teams I started with, but the same thing kind of came to mind. They were spending too much money and kind of being unfair, especially PSG, and that's why I kind of really didn't like them. Marseille, I actually do kind of have a soft spot for still. I do really like a lot of their players. Loic Remy is my favorite player in real life, and of course used to play for Marseille. And that's kind of how I switched over to Lyon, though. They were spending lots of money, and I thought, let's try Lyon out. And I really liked Lyon. I loved all their players. Michel Bastos was a fantastic player for him. I loved him. Lisandro Lopez as well. Oh, just fantastic players for him. And I absolutely loved their mentality of bringing players up through the youth academy and selling them on, of course, like Benzema, Ben Arfa. Remy, of course, went to Marseille, and now he's at Chelsea. And after Remy left to the Premier League, it kind of just set in stone that I don't like Marseille. I like Lyon, and Lyon was my team from then on. I loved them. I've supported them ever since, and we've been in tough times recently, so I do still support them through thick and thin, which is what you want to see in a supporter. And then going off of James' second question where he asked, why do I support Newcastle? Same thing. I kind of based it off my lineage. I wanted to support a team in England because that's, of course, the language I speak. So I wanted to support a team that I could relate to people with a bit more because I do speak that language. And the team I picked was Newcastle because they were kind of known for having a French Revolution per se, because they'd had a lot of French players. So that's kind of just how I based it off of. And that is why I support them now and still to this day. The next question is from the OJA Gaming, who asks, what is your favorite game other than FIFA? I actually like a lot of sports games, as I previously mentioned, but I also like Gears of War. That is my favorite game probably of all time that I've ever played. I was really good at Gears of War 2. Met a lot of friends on my friends list on Gears of War 2 because I was really good at it, and they all added me because they wanted to be on my teams and whatnot, but I was only like 13, 12 when that game came out, so I was pretty much a youngin'. People didn't like to hear me talk in that game because, of course, my voice was really squeaky, but I was really good at that game, so it's probably my favorite, and then Gears of War 3 is probably my second favorite after FIFA. but FIFA will always be my favorite game. I really love it, and you know, why wouldn't I love it? But let's move on to the next question. The next question comes from Luis Gabriel, who asks, how do I feel about having international subs like me from Brazil? Now, honestly, it's pretty surreal to me that many people from across the world follow my channel, like my videos, comment on my videos, and we all kind of just get along. And it's really, really weird to me because I'm, of course, American. I expected people from like the UK to follow my videos because that's where the stronger base of the FIFA community is. But it's surreal to me that I have tons of people from like the Netherlands, Sweden, South Africa, Canada, Brazil liking my videos and watching my videos. And honestly, it's pretty weird to me, but I can't thank you guys enough for support. Thanks for watching my videos, by the way. It means a lot that you're watching all the way from Brazil. But without further ado, let's move on to the next question. James asks, what made you upload videos? Now, he asked the previous question about what made me do YouTube, and that was added onto his question, what made me upload videos. Now, I started watching career mode videos in around FIFA 13. I started watching Master Buck's South End Road to Glory career mode, and that was my favorite career mode ever on YouTube. And then I started watching a lot of his other videos, and then after that I started watching a lot of MGH's videos. I watched pretty much all of his career mode videos, and I started watching Chesnoid Gaming's career mode videos, and it kind of just sprung off from there. I started watching a lot of people's career modes, and you know, it made me feel like my career modes didn't mean anything. These people were making career mode videos and putting them out there for people to see and share their experience, and I was just sitting there, you know, playing by myself, playing my own career mode by myself, and it felt like it didn't mean anything, whereas they were showing other people, and other people were liking their career modes and were following the story that went along with it. And I wanted to do something like that because I felt like I had some pretty good career mode stories as well, and I needed to share it with people. So that is the main reason why I started making videos. Next question comes from Gilbert FIFA, who asks top 5 YouTubers under 10k subs. So, of course, there's a lot of top quality YouTubers under 10,000 subscribers, but these are some people that I watch regularly and I think put out some great content. So first off would be Gilbert FIFA himself, who puts out some great squad builders, also some player reviews, road to glories, and even some compilations from time to time, which are fantastic. So go subscribe to him. Next up would be the Canadian Skiller, who, as you guessed it, is a skiller and puts out some great compilations and is almost a 1k sub. So go sub to him because he puts out some fantastic compilations. Next up would be Joe Beline. He does silver reviews, silver squad builders, and I like that because on Ultimate Team I kind of get bored of just playing with all the regular gold players that everyone plays with and are overused, so I really like that about him. Also does some bronze squads from time to time, which I think are fantastic. Next up would be Statistical Approach, who is a Football Manager YouTuber, and he's just a Football Manager YouTuber that I enjoy. Next up would probably be Flickify, another American career mode YouTuber who does some very nice features. He does face cam in all his videos. He also does some press conferences where you guys ask him questions in the comments, and before every video he will go ahead and answer them, which I think is a great feature for him. And then last up, the 6th one, I actually did 6 in this, would be Jay Yackers. I think I pronounced his name right. Never really goes by his YouTube name. He always goes by Jack, but he puts out some great career mode videos. He always listens to his subscribers' suggestions in every video. He'll even mention you in the video, which I think is fantastic. He's doing a Road to Glory career mode right now with Portsmouth, which is just fantastic. So go subscribe to these channels. They are fantastic. The next question comes from the Canadian Skiller, who asks, what do you want as a job? Now, I think he means in the future, as in what do I want to do to be making money when I'm older, to support my family, etc., etc. Now, of course, I'd want to do YouTube, but that is not realistic. It's definitely not realistic. I'm at 1,000 subscribers, and that's not enough money to support a family and stuff like that. Of course, people like Nepenthes do that for a job, but I am not at the amount of subscribers he is. So that is not what I want to do for a job. Right now, realistically thinking, 3 things I'm probably going to go into are either sports medicine, sports broadcasting, or being a history professor or teacher. Those are the 3 things I'm looking at right now, but I'm not too sure at the moment. I'm almost into college or university. I'm literally a quarter away from being graduated from high school, so pretty close, and I really have to find out soon, but I'm not sure yet. The OJ Gaming asks, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your favorite color of the alphabet?
21.
Moving on to YouTube questions, Jack Stroudley asks, what's 9 plus 10?
21.
Spearpoint Skrank asks, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
21.
Anthony Haas asks, do you want your first son to be a boy?
You stupid.
If I butcher your name, I'm sorry. Is it Callan Kelly? He asks, do you have a girlfriend? Short answer, no, I do not have a girlfriend. Another question from Anthony Haas. He asks, what is your ultimate goal on YouTube? And honestly, my ultimate goal on YouTube was to hit 1,000 subscribers, and now I'm here, and it's all surreal to me. I don't really know what my next goal is. Probably just 1,005 subscribers and going up by 5 at a time. The next question comes from Matthias Letzler, who asks, do you think the USA will win the World Cup? In my lifetime, yes. In the next World Cup, no. The next question comes from Anton Salman, who asks, do you follow the Bundesliga? And if yes, who's your favorite team in Germany? I actually do follow the Bundesliga quite a bit. I'd say the League One and the Premier League are the leagues I follow the most, but Bundesliga is definitely right after that. I kind of watch it from time to time, but of course with Bayern Munich winning every year, it's kind of boring. But the team I do support in Germany would be Schalke. I actually do have a Julian Draxler jersey, which is pretty cool, but yeah, Schalke. The next question comes from Jack Mitchell, who asks, favorite career mode player of all time? Well, after this year, I'd probably have to say Paul-Georges Ntep. He's been growing past his potential, and he's been fantastic so far. Of course, he's gone now, which is sad, but he has definitely been my favorite player of all time in career mode. The next question comes from RKA Rocks, who asks, how did you become a YouTuber, and how did you become famous quick? So, first off, how did I become a YouTuber? I actually already answered that question. Just get an Elgato gaming capture as well and a microphone. That's basically all you have to do. That's how I became a YouTuber. Next was, how did I become famous quick? So first off, I don't really think of myself as famous. I'm not famous. No one famous, in my opinion, is someone who walks out in the street and people recognize them, or someone's voice, they can recognize them, and that's not the case with me. So I don't think I'm famous. And then how did I become famous quick? I think only recently it's been quick, the jump recently. I've had this channel since about February. I got all my equipment around April, so that's when I really started uploading videos, was around to April. So it hasn't really, it's been like 7 months now to reach 1,000 subscribers. So I think that's definitely not quick. Recently, however, it's been quick because I've gained probably about 3/4 of my subs in the last month or two. And that would just be because of the FIFA 15 hype. The game just came out, so people want to see the new FIFA career modes, and that is basically it. The final two questions come from Doilers. The first one he asks is, where are you from and what championship team do I support? Now, I am from the United States of America, obviously, as you guys can probably tell from my voice. I do come from a state called Utah. It's 2 states over from California to the right, as obviously California is on the very left of the United States. So I live in Utah. The capital of that state is Salt Lake City. I live in a town just about 30 minutes south of that town. So yeah, that is where I am from. What championship team do I support? I do have a very soft spot for Brighton Hove Albion. I don't really know why, but I do. I kind of like Brighton a lot. It's probably because of Kazenga Lualua and Zuzi Toko. I really love their team. And the final question of this Q&A is, what is my most embarrassing moment? Now, I can't really think of what is my most embarrassing moment. I know I've had a few. I know I've had a few at least. But what is my most embarrassing? Like, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but one that does come to mind, just a little background information for you. It was around 9th grade, I guess you could say, so like 4 years ago or something like that, when I was around 14. Me and my friends were in our last year of middle school. It was technically my freshman year of high school, but we were technically also in our last year of middle school, and we all decided we would want to go try out for the school play. I know, gay, right? But we tried out for the school play, and I was actually pretty decent at it, which was surprising. And we tried out for the school play. We had after school practice every day, which was also really gay. But we got sent out by our teacher with a few other people, and we were told to go out into the hallway and just practice our play, our parts, our lines a bit more often. And I was out there with 3 girls, okay? One girl who was extremely ugly, I noticed, was like staring at my crotch severely, and I had no idea why, okay? I had no idea why. So we finish our, our rehearsal. We walk inside to the classroom, we finish it up a bit, and we get sent home. I start walking out, and I reach in my pocket to get my phone, and as I'm looking down to my pocket trying to get my phone out, I realize my fly's open and my dick is hanging out of my underwear, so you could definitely see it through that fly, and that is why she was staring at me. And I realized, oh, that's why she was staring at me, and she was definitely not a person I wanted to be seeing that, because she was horrifically ugly. But whatever, it is what it is. I wouldn't say that's my most embarrassing, because if it was anyone else, I probably wouldn't mind, but it was her, and she was ridiculously ugly. But yeah, that would probably be my most embarrassing moment, to be honest, that I can think of off the top of my head. But either way, this is the Q&A video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, that'd be greatly appreciated if you could leave a like on the video. There will be a Fulham career mode video out later today, so if you're looking forward to that, also leave a like. My name's TRayALLDay. Thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers, and I will see you guys next time.